Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. If you are in the US, it's morning. If you're outside the US, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm so glad you're here this morning. So I still have anesthesia in my when does it go away? I'm still so out of it. Hello, Anne Marie. Thank you so much for saying hi. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Karen. How is South Carolina this morning? How's the weather? Today it's about 50 something right now. I think, I believe that it's supposed to get up to 60 maybe, something like that. So I wore my sweatshirt today. I'll probably have to take it off. Okay, let's see. So we have our winners from yesterday. If you didn't know, I gave away 3 things from yesterday's class, and I've got to figure out what I'm going to give away today. Oreo, get in here. She's knocking on my daughter's. She's knocking. She is knocking. She's knocking on my dog. Hang on, I forgot my light. Hello, I'm really close to y'all. Does that help? Helps me a little bit. Hello, Donna. Anyway, Oreo, my dachshund, she is scratching on my daughter's door. Hello, good morning. Winter storm. Wow, it's so weird how it's just so different. We are just sunny as can be. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. Hey, if you guys will do this, that would be very helpful. Very helpful. You never know if I'm going to draw a winner. I did yesterday, so be ready for that. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you. Thank you. Oreo, come here. That dog, y'all. That dog. Hello, Miss Lisa. Holla, girl. Good morning, Julie. So today I'm going to share supplies with you, some of my favorite supplies. And it's changed over time. I have had different favorites. And so I'm just going to show you a ton of stuff because they're all my favorites, right? They're all my babies. Now, if you are new to lettering, don't let this overwhelm you. You don't need any of this. In fact, you can start with a Crayola marker. Let me find my Crayola markers and show you. You can start with Crayola markers, okay? And I'll quickly do a little demo on that. So if that's all you need to hear is you can use Crayola markers and paper. There you go. You don't have to watch anymore if you're going to be tempted, right? Okay, so we have a Crayola marker. What's nice about the Crayola markers is you can make them act like a brush pen, okay? So because they have a tip and then a wide side, so if you want to, you can do a light upstroke and then heavy downstroke. And this is what I've taught in my in-person classes is I don't do them anymore. I include a Crayola marker to show you can still do brush lettering with Crayola markers. You can do foligraphy too. If you didn't watch yesterday, go back and watch yesterday. And foligraphy is when you basically just write normal and then you go back and do your downstroke. Make your downstroke thicker. A downstroke is anytime you go down. So this is up, we leave it thin, and then when we go down, we make a thick stroke. So there's a mini lesson if you missed yesterday and you're brand new to lettering. Who's brand new to lettering, by the way? Let me know if you're brand new to lettering in the comments. Okay, there's that. So Crayola markers, what did I say? You can learn to letter with Crayola markers. I do recommend 3 things when you learn to letter. I really recommend for you to have something to trace because you're going to work on your muscle memory, right? And to do that, it's that repetition, okay? And so briefly, I'm going to show you. Yesterday, some of you were here, and I just showed them. I have 3 books. So under supplies would be another thing that I would also say if you had a book to trace, that would be helpful. So for example, tracing paper was the other thing I showed yesterday. What did I do with my tracing paper? It doesn't matter what brand. This is just the brand I have right now, but I use all different kinds of brands. I don't care what brand anyway. So I'm just going to get one of these out, and I'll show you how to use a Crayola marker to trace. So again, I like something to trace. So 3 things: something to trace, something to write with, and I like tracing paper, right? So you would just take your Crayola marker and you would do the thin stroke up and then the thick stroke down. You kind of have to twist your hand for the Crayola marker. Now, if you're using a different kind of marker, this is a brush pen. Okay, and I'm just going to show this real quick because I happen to be in this book, in my lettering book. But this is brush lettering using a watercolor pen. So that's why I have pulled out this watercolor pen. Okay, so light up and heavy down. It's got a totally different look. I know it's hard to see on there. It's got a totally different look than just your typical. It actually looks pretty similar there, though, doesn't it? Okay, book, tracing paper, marker. Now, let me show you some of my favorite markers. Okay, well, first let me tell you, every Monday, if you're not aware, at noon Central, I do something called Devos and Doodles. So I want to show you some things we do so you can see what supplies I use, okay? So here's one of the latest ones, and I used gouache for this, okay? So for the lettering, I used this pen, the Posca 0.7 millimeter. When you open it, it has this silver. See how it has that silver? Most paint markers don't have that. They just have like a felt tip. But that's why you can tell the difference in this one, okay? It's really thin. It's really nice. I love using it. Like I said, I use it a lot, and I used it on this. Use it a lot for highlights. See how those different highlights? I use other white pens too, but I believe that's the one I used here. So if you end up getting involved with my lettering tribe, this is something that we do. So we not only learn lettering, we use our lettering in artwork. And one reason why I started doing that is because once you learn lettering, you want to do something with it, right? So I'm going to show you what gouache looks like. Okay, because some people are like, what is gouache? I've never heard of it. Well, it's a marriage between, let me move this, acrylic paint and watercolor, because it reactivates with water. But just briefly, because some people want to know what it looks like, this is gouache, and it comes in different ways. You can get it in the squeeze tube. This is just Amazon. I wanted to try it before I, spend a ton of money on it, although I'm really happy with it. But they come like this in little jello tubes, kind of, and they come really wet, and the consistency is like, it's like finger paints to me. And anyway, like I said, they reactivate when you get them wet. So if I sprayed water on this, it would reactivate. Okay, it would start. I could change the colors. I could paint over it. I could blend it. I could do all the things. So that's one thing that's really nice about it. Okay, so I use that a lot in my lettering tribe, and my lettering tribe opens on the 10th, which is when a few days away. And I have a new option, and that is for people on a budget or those who just want to give it a try to see, what it's like. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to share with you that I absolutely love is my laser level. Okay, this is just a laser level that you would use from the hardware store. I did get mine on Amazon. I buy most things there because I like to have it shipped to home, but it just helps you have a straight line whenever you're doing your lettering without having to draw a line. Can you see that? It might be faint on your end, but in person, I can see it pretty good. In fact, let's see. Let me turn the light off. See how you can see it a lot better there. But it helps you get your line straight without having to draw all those lines. Is that better? I don't know. That might be better. Okay. No, it's got a shadow now. So laser level, yes. In fact, let me just show you a little demo on using it. Okay, so where is a pen? Okay, I'm going to use my favorite pen for beginners, and this one I showed last night in the class. If you didn't see class 1 of 8, go back and watch. It's available on replay. And so I'm going to do my light stroke up, heavy stroke down. Yes, I do practice the word love a lot because it's really good for teaching. Heavy down. Okay, so look at that. Helps you have a nice straight line. Laser level. Yes, Kathy, isn't it so fun? Such a cool tip, that laser level. I wish I would have come up with it myself, right? I do have an Amazon store. Is Debbie here to give that Amazon store? I'll go ahead and give it to you. I'm going to put it in the... Okay, there we go. Did it go through? I think so. Okay, there it is. What is the laser level called? Is that what you were asking, Debbie? Debbie, what is it called? Black & Decker is my brand. Is that what you asked? Let me know if I don't have the right, if that's not what you're asking. You think you have everything that I use. I love it, Karen. Hey, obviously you need it, right? Obviously you need it. Yeah. Okay, so speaking of Post-it notes, I didn't really say Post-it notes, but I use this with lettering a lot for masking, for doing what I'm doing here, like a quick little, kind of trying something out. But I love using it for masking. And let me see if I can show you something that we've used it for. I mean, I use it all the time, but I also use washi tape. And I think I have I have something to show you with my washi tape back here. That is washi tape that I used. You can also use Post-it notes, but I think washi tape's easier because it's thinner. And let me show you. Here's a sneak peek of my washi tape. I have a washi subscription club, and I'm going to do a demonstration on that in a couple days. Okay, so what we did, can you imagine this? Okay, we put this down, and we painted around it, and then we peeled it up, and then we lettered inside there. So it acted as a mask, so it did not, we couldn't get any paint and stuff under there. So we use that as our banner, if that makes sense. So Post-it notes I like to use in that kind of situation, and I love to use washi tape. Okay. So going back through looking at different layouts this is gouache. This is watercolor. So can you see the difference in the two? So the gouache, it looks more like paint, it looks almost like acrylic paint. And then the watercolor, you can see how the water just kind of blends in. So it's a different look. Thank you, Cassie, for loving my washi tape. I have several people on here. If you're in my washi subscription, you'll have to tell people about it. Okay, so I was going to show you the watercolors that I use. I haven't even gotten to my markers, y'all. I jumped ahead, didn't I? But I wanted to show you, if you come to the Devos and Doodles, what we do in part 2, which is in the private group. These are koi watercolors. I love these. They're a great travel size, and they have this tray so you can mix colors or whatever, or add water it down. It also comes with a water pen that I've already taken out of here, but it's really nice. This is my neon metallic set. I have just a regular color set too, but that is koi watercolors. Okay, now let's get to some markers. Markers are so fun. But what are we going to write on when we practice our lettering? Did you know that they have marker paper? Did you know there is marker paper? I did not until I started lettering. So this is a marker sketch pad. Again, it doesn't matter to me which brand you use. It's just for practice. Why do they have marker paper? Well, it's smooth. It protects your markers. Okay, take that out, but you're sure going to see that. too. It's time to let this one go. It looks like Christy has almost used all of this. Okay, so here we go. Very smooth, protects your markers. So let's start with, I showed you this one. And before it's over with, you might want to take a screenshot just so you know which markers I used for what. This is the Pentel markers. Okay, Pentel. It's more elegant. It's more of something that you would use to write on an envelope. Some of the other ones are so big that you would not. I can't even think of how to spell this right now. Pentel. Make sure that you get the flexible tip. I do have these in my Etsy shop, as well as you can get them on Amazon. If you purchase my books or a book, flexible, you get a pen with your book if you buy from my Etsy shop. Okay? It needs to be flexible. All right. Now we're going to go to a little bit thicker markers. Now, these kind of vary in price. Pentel is not waterproof. No. Most of these markers aren't. If you get a Sharpie, maybe, but most of them are not. Most of them you can blend with water, which is kind of fun because you can watercolor with them. Okay, this is Ecoline. I love Ecoline. So let me write this out for you. But it's real thick, and I have a heavy hand. So see how thick that comes out? Eco. And it's not and I've used them a lot, and that's probably why too. The tip is not as firm. Okay, and so it's harder to learn with. But you can see on some papers, it gives that illusion that it has two different colors, a light and a dark, which makes it kind of fun. So those are Ecoline brush pens. They're brush pens. Okay, next. I love these. These are so fun. These are so juicy. And they're a little bit in between sizes. So as you can see, the tip, it's still got a pretty big tip, but they're called Karen. And let's see. Karen for calligraphy. All right. So Karin. They're pretty thick. Karin. Tell me if you are here and you already have experience with any of these markers. Tell us what you love. What do you seal an envelope with it so it doesn't smear? You can just use an acrylic spray, just like a clear acrylic spray. Oh, you don't have those, Karen? Karen, looks like you need to put that on your birthday list. Okay, let's see. I've got all kinds. So I showed you a few minutes ago, and I'm going to show you again. This is the Crafty Croc watercolor brush pens. So I'm going to do watercolor. And this is what I was saying. It's just got a different look. You know how when you color with watercolor, it's just not as precise. It's just a looser look. So you can make it look like that if you want. And I'm not really taking my time like I would if I were actually lettering a project, because I want to get through as much as I can before we do our iPad. iPad's coming at 10:30. We're going to talk about iPad stuff. So stay for that if you want. Would love to have you. I make it look simple. Oh, that's so sweet. Lots of practice. Vanessa loves the Karen and Ecoline. Yes. Me too. You love the soft brush tip of the Ecoline. Yes. So Karen says the Pentel are comfortable to use. They really are. They really are my favorite. If I were to pick one, if I had to have one brush pen, it would be that. Upstrokes are my challenge, Lori. Yes, upstrokes are hard. I have trouble with that too. Okay, so as you're doing lettering and you want to kind of jazz it up, it's really fun to add some embellishments or flourishes or whatever to it. So I always recommend some kind of fine liner. A fine liner is just a pen a fine marker. Look at all those. And they are just make a single line. They're not a brush pen. So for example, if you wanted to do shadowing, this is something we teach also in the lettering tribe, is you would just do, or some line work. We just do some lines to just jazz it up. So see how that really steps it up? So I love having fine liners, not just for this, but for any doodles at all. It just, I don't know, makes it fun. So if I were to doodle with that, I might doodle a flower right here. Like that. So all different sizes. And I was showing you white gel pens. I love white gel pens. Of course, you won't be able to see it on this paper. So I've got black paper right here that I've written with chalk on. And I've got my white, I think this is the one that, okay, let me shake this one up. This is the really small one I showed a few minutes ago. This is the Posca. I love, and I showed you in my, in here how I use it a lot. Okay, so there's the white highlights here. I mean, pretty much on every page I use white. I just love adding, it just adds so much. If you add the black and white, it just finishes it off. So see how I have black and white there. Oops, that's not a pretty page. I've got white on all my pages. So that is my favorite white pen. I also love using this gel pen. And this is, it's different than this. Okay. So if you're going to like really jump in and you want to have all the things, I would recommend this as well. So the Uniball Signo, got to kind of get it going, but it works just different on different things. It's a little bit more finicky, but there's just certain things it writes on that other things won't write on. Okay, there's that. A lot of people love jelly rolls. I am not a huge fan like a lot of people are, but I will show you the white jelly rolls. Now, they look like they are going to write. They do write smooth. I will say that. They write really smooth. I love how smooth they are, but they don't write on everything. They don't show up on everything. They should write pretty good on this, though. Feels nice on that. Okay, there's our jelly roll. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you. Okay, now let's move on to some other things. Of course, I have all kinds of paint markers. I have other markers too. Let me show you. Now, I haven't used these in a while, but I've got all kinds. If you do any kind of retreats, or even if you're gonna like go around the house with your supplies, it's kind of nice to have one of these. This is a marker organizer. Okay, so I have a lot of different brands of pens here. Yeah, the Uniball Gold and Silver is really pretty too. You're hooked. Patricia's hooked. I love it. I love it. So here's more Karen markers that I have. I love these two. I haven't used them in a long time, but there's Zig. I've got, these are La Plume, which is by Marvy. And then I've got more Karen. Gosh, I've got Karen everywhere. More of the pens I was telling you about as far as fine liners, but I also have some brush pens that I really like over here. These are, if you have any of these, what are these called? Zebra, any of the Zebra brand. I'll show you what the Zebra looks like. It just doesn't have as much control as I like as far as the Tombow. It just doesn't. It's a little bit wigglier. Did I say Tombow? Pentel. I don't know what I said, but Pentel. I used to use Tombow mostly, but I don't anymore. And that's because they ran out of ink and I just haven't bought anymore. That's why, because I like them too. They ran out of ink. Not only that, I was looking for that marker. They frayed easier, and probably I didn't take care of them as good. So, and here's Pentel. Sorry. Mama's calling. Anyway, there's that. And then these are Suki from Tombow, and they're similar to Pentel. They're similar. However, they don't have, to me, they're similar, but they're not the same. So Suki. They just seem drier to me. I don't feel like they've lasted as long because I haven't used them tons and they're kind of dry. That's why I carry the Pentel, because I really like them the best. Suki. So that is my list of my stash of markers that you may or may not have seen before that I forget I have, because they're in here, you know. What else do you want to see? What else have I shown? Oh, let me show you the zig, because they're really, you want everything. Don't go broke. Okay, remember, I always say, wait for a special holiday. And so you don't have to feel guilty. And don't you feel like people are always wanting to buy you stuff and they never know what to buy you? I do. So here's some more marker paper. And I'm just going to show you this, this marker here. This is what I like about these zigs, is they have two brush sides. Okay. So they're both a brush, but the colors work well together. Okay. So for example, let's say I wrote, and this is a brush pen as well. Then I could do some blending with the colors. And here's how I use Post-it notes too. So I was showing y'all Post-it notes. They are really one of the supplies that I really like having. Is you can do some different techniques with them, like this. Like that. And so that's kind of fun too. But it's fun because these have the both sides. But again, I've used all kinds of markers. Pentel is by far my favorite for so many different reasons, especially for beginners. So where is my marker binder from? That's from Amazon too. I don't know if Debbie has time to look that one up. The marker case. Let me see if I can find it real quick while I'm on here, because I know a lot of you are like, I got to do my shopping. It's on here, and they have a lot of different styles. But I have, if you look through this link, there's just so many. Alexa, stop. She said, it's time to move on. Okay, I'm going to put the marker. Oh, maybe Debbie just did that. It's time to do my iPad. Now, some of you might be like, I don't have an iPad. It's still kind of fun to watch because, you might get an iPad. You might learn something from it. Who knows? So there's Devos and Doodles that I do every Monday at noon. I would love for you to join me. If you're new, welcome. Welcome. Don't forget to come back every day. I have these, let's see, here's the link. Debbie gave a bunch of links. So over here on the screen where it says lettering demos, that is what we're doing all week this week. So I'll show you, whoops, let me give you a better view of that. And let's see. So, and let me tell you real quick, because I forget to talk about it. So I do these classes a few days before my membership opens, because I want to give you a little taste of what it's like to join. And my membership is, well, I have two. One is hand lettering and one is iPad lettering. And so that's why I want to show you both things. But I also have something brand new. brand new that I've just announced, and that is new mini tribes. Mini tribes are for those of you who are on a budget or who are like, I don't know if I want to like commit or whatever. So the mini tribe is $18. And with that, you get one class a month and one template a month. Now, if you join my regular tribe, it's $33 a month, and you get access to everything. I mean, a ton of tutorials. You get tons of templates from the past, just a plethora of extra things besides the weekly lessons. So you get 4 lessons a month plus 4 templates. So anyway, so let's look down. And if you want to know more about that, you can get on the wait list. If y'all will put the wait list link, that's awesome. I'm glad your pencil's charged, Lori. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so today is Thursday. We did supplies. Tomorrow we're going to do drills, which means we're going to do some practicing. So I want you to bring your pen and your paper, and let's just practice some strokes, okay? That's how you improve your lettering. And then on Saturday, I'm going to show you my washi tape. Let me show you this real quick. So I'm going to teach you how to make this. Oops, you can't see it right now. Hang on. I'm going to teach you how to make this if you want to join us. And that is actually the last day to join my subscription, I think, for the month. Well, you can join, just you'll get it later. But anyway, this is using my washi tape. So I designed the washi tape, and then you tear this open. It has candy in it, okay? But wait, there's more. What if you don't have the washi tape, but you still want to do it? Well, if you're in my iPad tribe, I'm going to give you, this first time I've done this, my washi tape digitally, and I'm going to show you how to make this on your iPad, okay? So come back for that. But you will get, anybody who joins or anybody who's in the iPad tribe will get the digital washi tape for this month. Okay. And if you haven't seen my subscription boxes, look how cute they are. I love them. I'm so excited about them. Okay, now I'm moving on to the iPad lettering. Okay, you might want to ask me questions. I do have Amazon links for a lot of these things. Here's my iPad cover. It looks like a notebook. So if it's ever somewhere where someone sees it, they may not think to steal it because it looks like just a regular notebook, right? So that's what I like about it. It's also got a magnetic side here, so it closes automatically. I had one before that it didn't, so the battery was always dead. So I love this case. It's wonderful. Let's see. If you don't know what iPad you have, let me show you how to find out. Okay, so you go to settings. Okay, settings on your iPad. When you open up settings, you go to about, and then you go to, I don't know, I guess I don't want to show my serial number. The model name is right here. So I have an iPad Pro 12.9 inch. So that just happens to be what I have. You can use whatever is compatible with hang on, let me think. You'd steal that notebook because it's cute. I love it, Lori. That's hilarious. Kidding. What was I saying, y'all? It's that anesthesia, whatever it's called. Okay. Okay. So the link. Oh, thank you, Mandy. That's so sweet. She said she loves the membership. I'm an amazing teacher. That means a lot to me. I feel like the Lord created me to be a teacher because I've always been a teacher. That was my degree in college too. Okay. Oh, we have a link. Thank you. We have a link that will help you see if your iPad is compatible with Procreate. So Procreate is the app that we use to do the iPad lettering and the art, devos and doodles, all the things. And this is what it looks like. Looks like this when you go into the App Store to buy it. It's like $9.99 one time. You only pay it one time. It's worth every penny. I'm not even an app buyer, but I love this app. I would pay a lot more for it. I'd pay $10 a month for it. Don't tell Procreate because I don't want them to, do that. But Okay, so Debbie just put on the screen. This is the link if you want to go. And I'm sorry for on YouTube, you probably cannot see this. So if I put it on there, can I see it? Can I do it? I don't know. It won't let me open the link. Anyway, but you can find out if your iPad is compatible with it. Okay. If not, just go buy a new one. Just kidding. It's a lot of money. A lot of people ask me about the 12.9. Do I like it? I love it. But I also loved my other one that was like a 8 and a, I don't know, 8 something. But I didn't know how much I would love this because I didn't know. But now I know. You have the iPad Pro and it's compatible. I think all the iPad Pros are, but there are some iPads that are, hang on one second. Okay. Somebody had a prayer request real quick I had to check on. My mommy, she tried to call a minute ago, so I just had to double check on that. Okay, because I'm going to go to lunch with her and my grandma in a minute. Now, as far as my Apple Pencil, this is the number 2, and it is magnetic here, and so it just charges by doing like that. See how it charges? So it stays charged all the time because I leave it there. I've also had the one, the original Apple Pencil, and it's great too. It works great too. In fact, let me show you. Let me grab my other iPad. It's probably dead, but at least I can show you. So you can see the size difference here. Let me see. There's the size difference. It doesn't look like a lot. Well, let me open it up. Doesn't look like a lot once you, I knew this was going to be dead. Anyway, here is the, the Apple Pencil, the first one. You can charge it by just putting this into here and charging it. They charge super fast. You can't use either 1 or 2. That is bizarre, Misty. I would definitely look into that. I would do some Googling. That's what I always do, is I Google my Apple Pencil will not use. There's got to be something. Now, not all Tues work with the iPad. It has to be the magnetic. It has to be the right iPad for it. Okay, just always do your research before you buy anything, especially when you're investing this much in it, right? Okay, what else do you want to know about supplies for the iPad? Oh, screen protector. So screen protectors, I really like different ones for different reasons. I have had, my first one is on here, and you can't tell, but it has a grip on it. You can feel it slows down the pencil. You feel more like you're writing on paper, okay? And I like that. But then I started noticing that it was kind of gritty looking, like I just couldn't see as clearly as I wanted to see, like I can on here. And this one is called Paper-like. Paper-like. I think they're both in my Amazon store. And so it's not as grippy though. It's not grippy. I don't know. It doesn't seem very grippy at all to me. But I've gotten used to it, and you'll get used to it. But the grip is really nice on the other one for sure. I just didn't like the grainy part. So, Cheryl, you just bought a new one. Woohoo! I'm excited for you. Does anybody know that they're going to join or if you're already a member, let us know. But anybody going to join the iPad membership group? So when you join, either way that you join, the mini tribe or the tribe, you will get the basics. In fact, right now, if you want to go watch some free videos, I have some free videos on YouTube. So you can just be like, if you've never done Procreate, because it's very overwhelming, very overwhelming. So I'm going to go ahead and open a canvas. So you hit the plus sign, you pick what size you want, or you can create your own. And then, so I would say supplies would also have to do with the brushes. A lot of brushes come on it. I don't even buy brushes because they have so many on here. The color changing brush, that I created that I sell in my shop. There's not one like that in there. Okay, so again, here we go with our word love. So that is just a standard monoline brush that I use. No, that's the script brush. And the difference between the script and the monoline is this is like a brush pen where you have that thick drown stroke. Now, this is pressure sensitive, okay? The iPad is with the Procreate and Apple Pencil is pressure sensitive. So if I press down, it's thick. If I go light, it's thin. Okay. Now, if I go and change the brush to a monoline is like I was telling you about a fine liner. I can press as hard as I want and it's not going to change. There's no pressure change on that. Okay. You're interested in Procreate? Yes, Sue. Eventually, when you're ready, we would love to have you. Go over your budget, Cheryl. Absolutely. You can cancel anytime too. So if you come in 1 month and you're like, I just can't do it, that's, you know. I have, I'm trying to think of who this is. I know this name. I have free videos on YouTube that tells you how to print Procreate. You have a regular slick protector screen. Do you think it would be easier for me to write on the iPad with the paper-like protector screen? Paper-like just to me is not real, it's not real obvious to me that it's on there. Hang on one second. I've got it. Hang on one second. Sorry. Y'all just tell me if you have any questions about it, okay? I gotta send a text real quick. Okay. Okay, the paper-like screen protector was a game changer for Darlene. I'm so glad to hear that. So glad to hear that. Because I can't remember like the difference when I put it on compared to the other one that's super, super gritty. So is the mini tribe for iPad 2? Yeah, the mini tribe. So I have two tribes. I have my hand lettering and I have my iPad lettering. Both of them are going to have the option of mini tribe. That makes sense. Hi, Julie. Thanks for asking. No, Julie, that is me in the way I started writing, and my teacher did not like it, but I do hold my pen differently. Yeah, hold your pen like you normally would. That's a great question. Great question. Let's see. If you don't have a printer to print your Procreate work, then you just send it online to a copy store. What other questions do y'all have? I'm excited about tomorrow. What time do we meet tomorrow? We will meet at 10 to do drills. So don't be late. I got to be a drill sergeant. Don't be late. Bring your paper and your pen, and we're going to go over some drills. We're going to work on improving our lettering. If you've been lettering for a long time, you need to be here. If you've never lettered, you need to be here. When do the tribes meet? Great question, Kathy. So the tribes meet, they meet, well, hang on. The hand lettering tribe, we have every Monday. I'm so sorry, y'all, this medicine. Every Monday at noon, I have my devos and doodles part 1 for anyone. Part 2, we go into my private group and it's at 1 p.m. This is just hand lettering, just with the markers and paper. So you will end up watching a replay if you can't watch it then. Most people watch the replay. Out of almost 200 people, I have like 20 people that watch it live. It's just hard to watch the stuff live. And so personally, when I am in groups, are in memberships or whatever, I usually watch the replay too. So don't let it trip you up that you can't be there live. Now, the iPad membership, I usually I usually record it and put it on the website, but I'm starting to do where it's live as well, but I haven't picked an exact time for that. Thank you, Shelly. She loves all this info. Well, I seem like a ding dong right now because my brain is fried from that having surgery. I'm like, when am I going to get back to normal? So I hope that helps you with when tribes meet. But I'll tell you what's really fun. The last Monday of every month in the hand lettering tribe, we do a Zoom. So you can see each other and we can ask questions and we can get to know each other a little bit. And then on the last Tuesday or the fourth Tuesday of the month for the iPad, we do what's called catch-up night. So you come in and you can ask questions and I'll do like a little mini lesson. So that's really fun. I love doing that. I love to get to see your faces. It's really, really fun. Okay, I'm going to wrap up today unless anybody has questions. I've got to get to my mommy. Oh, what am I going to give away today? What am I going to give away today? Since it's the supplies day, maybe I should give away some markers. How about some Pentel markers? Let me go show you what they look like. Okay, so this is a set of 6. This is my my favorite brand, and these are the newest colors that they have. So I'm going to give away a set of these. So if you want to win, you can do this. You can text the number below and write Pentel markers or Pentel winner, whatever you want to say for that. And then, yeah, so you'll have an option by doing this. You have a chance to win by doing that or by texting me. I know these colors are I love these new colors. They're so pretty. So pretty. Okay. So I'll announce the winner for that tomorrow. And yeah, I'm excited. Thank you for watching, y'all. I love your support and that you're excited. Is it a Pentel? Yes, the Pentel. If you got any of my lettering books, yes, a Pentel marker comes with that. So that's good. That's good. You have a Pentel marker just so you can go ahead and I wanted to give you the right pen to get started. Remember, that's on my website only. If you buy off Amazon, they don't do that. That's totally different thing. Thank y'all. Okay, have a blessed day. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bye.